to the Swift tutorial for beginning. This is part 5. So in the last episode, I left you guys some homework that is to center this if you wanted to, it's up to you, however you want to style it. Now I want to turn this view into a feed like the Instagram feed, and also let me see, I think I'm gonna try to add this or not. Okay, something just came to my head. Like I said, I'm not programming anything and then like doing the video like pre-programming. I'm just doing as I go and the idea comes to my head. So basically what I want to do, I'm going to let's turn this into a home feed, right, like Instagram. And I might also do the story on top, with the story on top, and from there you might be able to add it here as well. Or we could just do the feed. We're going to create a post object, and maybe let's see, because I don't want the video to be very long, so I'll probably just do the feed, and let's get started, wasting time. So first of all, let's run the application. Okay, it's running. So like I said before, right, how can we center this? I know we have like label text alignment, but because we are using attributed text, the text this is not even working at all, the text alignment. If you want, you could delete or you could leave it. So because we have these, because we have the helper function, so we could just do it right here. What am I doing? Basically, you have to create a paragraph or mutable paragraph style. Check right here, right? And update changing the value of the sub attribute in a paragraph style and attributed. Like paragraph has a bunch of different features that you could do, but we're just doing the alignment. If you do like paragraph, you see like alignment, allow in first head indent, like if you want to indent the first line, like that's basically like if you're writing a paragraph, right? This like, and then if you have a bunch of stuff, boom 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 boom, and then you see that this one's probably here, and then the other one starts like right here. So basically this little space right here is called indent. Anyways, what we want to use is alignment, and we want to add it here. You put a comma, right? Comma, if you want a space, and then dot paragraph style right there, or you can start writing it gonna come out, put the exclamation point right there, the 2 points right there, and then you put paragraph. You see, boom boom, that's what it should happen. So let's see what happens if we run it now. Okay, this, you see, this one here is center, but you see post is not center. But right, this is basically we only center the tops. See this one, and if we want to center the bottom one, we have to do it as well here. It's comma, the paragraph style, to paragraph. And if we do it here, it should work. See, everything's like very center now, so good. And we could do, let me see, put this like 16. Let's put this font on 16. I want to see something, how it looks if we make it a little smaller. Yeah, I think it looks better that way. And yeah, make sure that here your constraints and everything, especially in the stack view, are like everything's working pretty well. Here we have equal space in distribution. So, because remember, you gotta calculate the space in between so you get all the right results. And if you play around with the space, or the size, then you're gonna have to also play around maybe with centering or other features. But okay, that's right there. Now, okay, let's get out of this. Let's close all this. And okay, this view controller, right? I'm not going to create another view controller because we already have this one, which is the purple one, right? So let's turn this into first of all, let's rename this refactor. You know, come here, right click, refactor, rename. Let's call it feed view controller. Yeah, sometimes this might take a while, depends. Sometimes it's pretty fast. I like to do it this way because when you rename it, it renames everywhere. I could usually just like change the name here and then come over here, but if I could do here, put like feed, you see how it changes everywhere. It has reference to a feed view controller, like it changes in the main tab bar, changes here in the name and everywhere. So when you do rename, boom, okay, and then let's call it white now. And let me just go to the main tab bar real quick. I want to rename this as well. Just so it could be more congruent. And yeah, home, contact, yeah. Okay, so if you would run this, sorry. If you would run this, you could tell that everything's still the same, but we're change the colors white. So if we go to the feed view controller and then we like nav bar item the title equal, let's call it YouTube. I got Swift for beginner. No, let's call it Swift only. Yeah, I was gonna say Swift for beginners. All right, another thing that we already did that you might have an idea of what I'm doing is we're going to change this to the same thing as we did in the profile, right? We're gonna, like right here, used to be a view controller. I think if you watch episode 3, that's when we did it. So we're gonna turn this into a UI view control, UI collection view controller. You already know the deal for that. And if I try to run this, what do you think is gonna happen? Boom, we get a crash. And if we go up, right? UI collection view must be initialized with a non-nil layout parameter. Sorry. So basically what this is saying, right? This is the same error. Boom. So basically what this is saying, hey, this is a collection view, so we need a layout. We need to know what we're going to do with this collection view and which way to go. So it's like we're gonna do the same thing that we did here, right? We could just do it there. If you want, you could just create a variable like this, or you could copy this, or remember this too. Let me show you this real quick. Where's collection view? Yeah, right here say layout, collection view layout, right? If you check this out, UI collection view, is it this one? Yeah, layout, right? Yeah, if you use this one, it won't do anything. Let me try to run it and see what happens. Like, I'm gonna have, let me add a couple of things. It won't break, definitely. But if I say like cell for index path, so cell for item, yeah, right? Okay, and then we need number of items in section. Let's return 10. Then we're gonna here let cell equal collection view, right? So basically saying this collection view, right? Collection view the DQ cell will receive identifier. Let's call it cell ID. We're gonna create this now for index path and return cell, because this is basically what this is saying. Hey, return a UI collection view cell. So let's come here and be like private func, which is a function that is private that can only be accessed in this class. Collection view. I think I explained to you before the difference between having a private class and not. So let's call the function set up collection view. Let's also create a private property. Then I can private let cell ID equal to cell ID, right? So this is the property that we're using right here. So we just created it. Now set up collection view, let's register a cell. So collection view, the register cell for UI collection view dot cell dot self for self string. Let's see now what happens. Oh, also let's do a size because it's collection view. Let's import the delegate so we could have access to UI collection view flow. Remember this one, UI collection view delegate flow layouts. So basically by using these protocols, we'll have access to some of the functions like sizing, like, you know, like changing layout, insert footer action. You could see this protocol give us all these options, right, to play around with. So now we're going to use this one, a size 4. This we're probably gonna be using this one with the minimum space interacting, reference for header. Now we're gonna be using this one, and this one, and this one definitely later on. So, but let's do size right now. Size 4. Return on CG size. See it right there. So let's do size width. Let's do question review view the frame the width minus 12. So what I'm doing here is just I'm going to set that collection view cells to, oh, this is the size for footer. Oh, hold on. Size 4. We need, remember this was size 4 item index path. Size 4 item at index path. And the other one, we're still returning CG size. And the other one, it was we returning the size for a footer, which we're not using a footer here. We might be using a header to create the stories. So here we do like view the frame the width minus 12. Now let me just do it here, and then I'll show you how it gets the space and the height. Do view the frame the width. You could put any height you want. If you want, you could just put like 300 or whatever. I mean, that's 3600, 400, but I'm gonna do a view the frame the width times 0.7. Let me see how that looks. Let's give this cell the background color. No. Equal the red. Let's see what happens. You see nothing is showing here, and it should, because we set a size for the cells, which is this little thing that we're doing right here. So if you go to profile, if you go to your profile, you can see everything that we're doing here. Basically, programming is very repetitive, especially creating UI. So basically everything that we're doing here, we're gonna do it here using like these functions and protocol functions. It's just like we're gonna have different layouts. So, right? So you see what I told you, the difference like with UI collection view flow, view layout and flow layout. If I copy this, paste this one here, it should be able to work. Should be good. See, boom. There you go. Now we got these good looking cells already. This is looking like a feed. Yeah, boy. So make sure that you have UI collection view flow layout, because that's one mistake I did a lot. It took me a lot of time to kind of figure it out, and I was like, okay, well, this is not working. I did everything, having to write and rewrite things and blah blah blah. Okay, so yeah. See, let's work a little bit with the spacing. So we could like minimum spacing, return. You could be like return 1, and then where's the other one? Okay, this one right here, minimum spacing, return. Let's put return 0 on both. Let's see what happened. Everything's like, but you see, this tells you that it's crawling, but you don't know that. So if you put 1, you see the space. You see, now you have to always, I don't know why these two, they always work like together. See, there's little spacing. We'll do like system gray. I think I like it better, and check now what I was doing with the width. I'll put it minus 24. Let's see what happens. I was doing minus 12, I think. You see how it created 12 from here and 12 from here space? So that's in case you want it like that, or you could just be like less size equal view dot frame dot width, right? And then you could just be like, or you could be like width. Let's make color width instead. You could be like width, and you could just do it here, so you don't have, you know. So you could do that, or if you want to have like a perfect square, you could just do the same thing as this. No, but it's going to yeah. Let's see what it does. I wonder. Like I said, I'm just doing this off the top of my head. It's gotta go. So you know it's super small. So yeah, you might want to keep it this way, or if you wanted the entire feed, I mean the entire screen, just take and do it like this. Up to you, whatever you like. Same thing with the height. If you want to make the height bigger, this you could put this like times 8, or you could just even do it like this, like watch. If you want that size, I mean it's not bad. Yeah, just leave it that way. Boom, boom, boom. Right, so now we're going to create a cell. Let's create an empty class like this. Let's go feed cell. Right, this is an empty class. Let's put an import UI kit. This is another way of creating classes. Sorry. Another way of creating classes, because the way that I did it now with the new file, I just created a Swift file. You could do it, I could do like how we've been doing it, Cocoa Touch. But I was like, okay, this is a new way to you create this file, right? Which is this, give you an empty class. Is always import foundation. I import a UI kit because we're gonna need a UI kit, and then you like, okay, create class, feed, right? Of type UI collection view cell, right? A subclass of that, and then you be like init, then frame, then you write super dot init frame, which this frame is this frame. If you build, it's gonna give you a little error, which is gonna be fix it, and it should be all set now. So let's play around here. Let's put like background color. Oh, put the blue, like blue. Let's call another here on a private func. You only write private function when you know you're never going to use that function outside of this class, like for nothing else. So function, all right. Setup constraints. Should know that by now. You should know the whole deal. Copy this name. Let's go to the feed. Right here where you register the cell, make sure that you replace this for that. So line 21, if you have everything exactly as me, this one should be the register this feed cell, and then you come onto this cell and you cast it as boom feed cell. So now I could remove this, and boom, it should work. Remember, you gotta register there and here as exclamation point, boom, it's blue. Now whatever we create on the feed cell, yeah, let's create an avatar. Yeah. No, you guys already okay. Yeah. Avatar image. You could name whatever you want. UI image. View of type and let IB. If you say IB is for image view, right? Equal UI image view. So that's why when I use label, I use label. When I use like button, I use button. But if I'm using image view, I prefer to do IB instead of like writing image view, because I'll be like IB dot clips to bounce. I know I'm going to use that truth. Then IB dot layer dot corner radius. Let me put like what size? What size? Instagram feed. Let me see. Let me have an idea. Oh, it's pretty small. Okay. Let me see if I see one fee that I like. Fee. This is one. Okay. That doesn't look too cute. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. So basically, let's do 30. Right, and then you'll be like here screaming all over the place because return IB. So we're returning, well, we're returning this image view, right? Return IB, and then boom, boom, open, close parenthesis. Oh, let's not forget IB dot translate to resize and equal to false. Then we here like app sub view. Oh, forgot that equal right there. Avatar image, then avatar image the leading constraint, equal to leading constraint with a constant of 12, I believe. Kind of looks those active equal to truth. Then avatar image the top constraint equal to top constraint. Let's put a constant of 12 so we could stay in the same spacing. Avatar image the width anchor is equal to, let's put 60 because we put 30 here, and let's see what happens. I'm just resizing this. You could put that size of the image whatever you like. I'm just trying to do this off the top of my head and see how it looks. And then we need an image, so let's go to where do we have an image set up? In profile, I don't even know. Contact, yeah. Okay, let's take one of this image. Yeah, copy the name of the image, or if you want to add another image, it's up to you. I'm just trying to do it fast, and then be like ib the image equal UI image of your right of name. Boom. This is okay. So let's see what happens now. Nothing is working. What's happening? I know what's happening, man. I'm not calling this function. Look, this is called breakpoints, right? These breakpoints are there like to debug. So whenever you have a problem, you be like, okay, let me see what happened. This should be called, right? Because I have a breakpoint here. Like what I'm saying with this is like, and to put this, you just like you click on the line that you want. You could be this line to see if something's getting called, and to take it out, you just like click and drag it out, like click and drag it out. Or if it's there and you click again on it, it kind of goes darker, which means it's inactive and it's fine. So check this out. Boom. Put a breakpoint, and then let's call the function setup collection view. Setup constraint, and let's see what happened now. Boom. You see, this is get called, and then yeah, you like here when you have a lot, you could get a lot of information, but here you probably get only the avatar image and blah blah blah. You can see elaborate. So maybe later on we can start doing more debugging, so you get familiar with that, because it's something that you need to know when you're working, and probably a function is not being called, or one property is not given the right value, and you want to make sure if it's near or not, or if it is changing value, etc. It's super helpful. Like it's something that every programmer, iOS programmer, has to know how to use. So now we should have the little avatar image. There you go. Told you. Then now we could add the label on the side. Boom. Or just put this. Okay, now I'm gonna put a color, UI color of Y of 0.95, and this is gonna give me like a very light gray background color for the cells. Oh yeah, you see, like you could tell there's like a little white and super. Oh yeah, right there you could tell the difference. So right here, something, let me see. Yeah, let's add a username label equal UI label equal label equal UI label. I'm doing this probably more faster because you already done it 1,000 times with me. Not 1,000 times, but we already did it 3 times. We did it for the contact, we did it on the profile, now we're doing it here again. So label dot text, this is for texting, for equal, say gender, this is yelling because you need this, and boom. Or label, I'm missing the L. Or label or trans into equal false. So I'll be like add subview use username label. Like I explained to you before, like you could have this like here, right? And then you keep adding more and more and more. And this is gonna show this in the same order, but I prefer that everywhere where I'm putting the constraint, like I put that subview, like it's like better. I think it's more organized. Okay, subview for this, I'm adding the constraint for this. But some programs, they even create a function, they just add all the subviews, boom, 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 and then put that constraint in other places. It's like up to you. However you start, just try to be organized. Then yeah, let's put center Y. The constraint equal to avatar image the center Y. Okay, equal truth, and let's put a username label the leading constraint. If you notice, this is all the like basically the same thing. Avatar the trailing with a constant of 12. Right? Let me see how apart. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm looking at this, right? Like, okay, boom, boom. What happens if we run this now? Boom, you see the name right there, it's in the center of that. Maybe later if we want to add like here, like the NASA, if you want to add a substring, you could do that. You could do it in an attribute string, right? You could do it if you want with an attribute string, or you could just add another label, up to you. So that, and okay, we have this, then let's do like a let. No, it's not a video thumbnail. Let's call it feed image. You guys already know the deal for this. Return IB, then IB the content mode. Oh yeah, let's go up specific and now then. Resizing equal to false. Basically, it's all we're doing the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. And then here we could be like. Also, another thing that I like to do, if you see that I'm always just leaving one line of space between, because I don't want to do it like this, too messy, and then I don't want to do it like this, it looks too weird. So like I think one line of spacing is good. Basically, that's how I do at work. So you see, whenever I'm gonna write things, I'm like trying to create some space, and then I fix it. You feed image. And then be like feed image dot let me see, width dot constraint to with anchor dot is active equal to truth, right? So I'm setting the width here from here to there. Oh, you know why this is yelling? Because you see say equal to a constant, it's waiting for a number like 50 or whatever, but you could just be like equal to, you see, make it like this, you could just like, that's it shouldn't be yelling. and then feed image top constraint dot equal to the avatar image dot bottom constraint with a constant of 12, right? Just 12. We could play around with the constant later on. It's active equal to truth, and feed image doesn't have an image. Let me try to go cool image. I'm googling cool images right here. Oh, look at this guy. Let's see what happened. Oh, this one that I like. Look at this. The good and the bad. I like this one. I was hoping I'd get this one. Save image. I'm just gonna put like cool image. Okay, let's just copy and paste it. Boom. Right? Same drill. Open your download code. Come here. Come to the assets folder, and you just drag your cool image. If you have an image of yourself, or you want to put whatever, your family, it's up to you. I'm just trying to put this. Boom. Cool image. Right? I dragged it from my download folder to here. You could just drag it. If you have your desktop, you could drag it. Boom. So let's go to the feed image and blah blah blah. Where it is? id dot image equal UI image view. Or no, UI image of name. And you might think of like, oh, if you cannot rename two property of the same, why I have IB here and IB here, and it's because it's open these closures inside of this bracket. I cannot just come and create another inside here, like come and create another like let IB equal to UI image, because it's gonna start yelling at me. It's gonna be like, hey, no, you already have that property in. See, invalid declaration. But when you do anything inside these closure, you can just name it. That's why. But this one and this one cannot be the same. So let's see what happened with the cool image that we got. Boom. Okay. Let's do this. The size of the image probably is just like, it's not too big. If I get a bigger image, it could be like boom. But let's see. Okay, this is good because I know it's blocking this. But I should try to get like a better. Oh, look at this. This is a gray image. Let me see this one. If I could get this line. Didn't see earlier. Come on, let's do this. You just drag this one on the line. Let's see what happened. I just change the name of the image for the feed and see. Oh, you see the line, so oh, let me try this one. Like I said, remember I said you gotta sometimes play around with the other stuff. You have to. Especially with the size of the image, and sometimes you do gotta do some compressing. Okay. Fill to fit. Let's do aspect. Oh, okay, I know another thing too. Nothing happened. Oh, you see, this is even more. Takes a while to load. You see, look at that. I beat the. Let me see something. Oh wow, you see how like the image is behind it? Well, it's weird. this thing with aspect fill, yeah. Okay, this is done. Okay, it's 12 pixels from there and there. You see how big it is? Because we didn't put a height for it. Let's put bottom anchor. To bottom anchor. That's you. Oh, you see how it looks now? But because I didn't add the bottom constraint, it would just like setting the image super big, so that's why like it didn't know what to do. But I put like now the image to the bottom of this, which is something that we won't be able to have or won't be able to do because we still gotta add more stuff at the bottom. But we could do or height anchor, we could do like with anchor. So set the height of the anchor to this. I don't think I have ever done this way. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Go basically same thing. So, but let's leave it as the bottom to the bottom. You see, boom. This is already looking very good. You have this. This is the feed, right? And let's go to the feed view controller and let's be like collection view dot register UI collection view cell dot self. We're going to create the header for kind of strange. I think it's a UI collection view. Right? I think it's like elemental kind header footer. Header. And then it could just be like private let header cell ID or cell, whatever you want, or ID. Go to this one. If you see the same thing that we did here, boom, boom, it's the same thing that we're gonna be doing right here. So we could be like here, like header. What is this? Okay, this is the size for the header and section. So return CG size of, let's put width. It could be like view dot, put like collection view dot frame dot width and height of 200, and then view for, okay, this supplementary whatever. Right, it's the same thing that was happening the other day. Okay, so view for supplementary of kind. Okay, give it line. Let header equal UI collection. Oh, collection view dot DQ reusable supplementary for of kind. We could put kind, which is this kind right here. For index path, you could put index path, and the string is a cell header. Then we get to return header, and in the header we could put like header background color or color brown. Let's go brown. Let's see what happens now. Boom, the header is super big. Could probably do like let's do 80. Boom, there you see. So there we're going to insert, in the next video we're going to insert a collection view there as part of the Instagram stories. And let's go to models, And yeah, let's create an empty class, right? Be like post. Then be like struct post, and the post has a let avatar. Let username dot string let thumbnail image. Just do like that. I'm gonna have to change it up, the other one. I put feed image, I put avatar. I mean, you can stay the same, doesn't mind. But I like consistency. Let date string let likes string. Yeah, so we basically creating a post object, right, which is this we're gonna be using. So okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I created a post object. Now your homework is to use this post to populate the feed. Basically here, if you watch, okay, it's gonna be like this. You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to create a variable, an array, right? Instead of contact, it's gonna be post. So here you could probably be like post, right? Boom. And then you're going to have to construct those posts like this, right? Contact equal, and then better contact, it has to be post, and then here number of row in section, you're gonna be like post.count, and then you're gonna have to in the cell dequeue the post, right? So if we go to the contact cells, you're gonna have to do this bar the post, then it's gonna be a post, this set blah blah blah. Then you're gonna set the image, you're gonna set the username and the avatar image. So you're gonna have to set this one a name in different posts. That's gonna be your homework. Leave any comments if you cannot do it. If you have any question, reach out through our social media and let's see what happens. So that's gonna be your homework. Like, you could do it 100% sure. You could do it if you see this how we implement it, right? We created this property of post of this here is contacts, right? But you're gonna create here inside the view controller, you're going to create an array, right? Like bar post, because it's gonna be an array of posts. Boom, boom chakalaka, right? Then you're gonna have to set the number of items section, set it to the cell, right? Like right here, you know, post. Then you right here you're gonna have to create it. When you post, you open and close parenthesis. It's gonna open this. Then you're probably gonna have avatar, username, thumbnail, image, and date. They're all strings. So the same thing that you did here, or go watch the video again how we do this. Right, plus you saw me do when I put in the image here, so it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be like post, right? Boom, there was string here, string there, and you just gotta put the names. Like if it's the avatar image, try to use the image for the feed and different image for the avatar, so you play around with this. And just remember, then here cell.contact, you won't get for you to do cell.post equal like post in this path, blah blah blah, right? For you to get something like this in the feed here, you're going to have to construct this here. Like it's gonna be like post blah blah this say. When you create this one, right, with post, no contact. And sorry, I'm repeating it a lot, but I don't want to make it confused. When you create something like this for post in here, right, like in here at the top or the bottom, whatever, when you create something like that, you will be able to come here and say and have access to that. Cell.post equal to post that is going to be equal to the post that you're going to create here, and then you open the blank. It's going to be index path dot row, or in the index path of item. It's going to be your homework. Remember to like, subscribe, share, leave your comments, any question, reach out on social media. It's always by the same name, Chandler Ramos. See you next time.